Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. And as always, thank you so much for watching these readings and checking them out. And this week, we're going to be using the crystal visions. I'm just looking at your cards, and I think it's interesting how I think some of you have witnessed a lot in your experience. And it's pushing you into a place now where you may be seeking perfection, but it's a little bit harsh. So, witness from Lay Vampire, to know personal evidence and to speak out, and then from Chakra Wisdom Perfection. Witness. The blessing here talks about how the veils of illusion and deceit have been lifted, and while this can be painful, it's also a great blessing to know the truth. Don't doubt your experience. But, it's also saying that you need to accept the evidence of your experience and to honor it and to speak up about it when you're asked to. But why is it pushing you into this place with perfection? Now, perfection, again, having high standards for yourself and for others, but you may be like pushing people away because of, your desire to be right or to be perfect in something. But I think it's because of things that you have witnessed or experienced. Now, the card at a glance says that this card indicates protection and an inner conflict between wanting to look good and having compassion for others. Remain kind and unattached to an outcome. Being right and letting others know that you are right may not support the understanding you desire. All right, Aquarius, here we go. Here is your overall for the week. The sun, the sun, the sun. And that's good. And I go back to witness and think that some of you may have experienced something that opened your eyes. But I still feel good about the sun being the overall because, no matter what you're dealing with here, right, there's the potential for new energy to happen, But wow, that one, it just hit me in a weird way looking at those two. Now, in the past, now instead of dealing with the King of Wands, you get the King of Pentacles going on. So possibly dealing with an earth sign, or dealing with somebody who is focused on their career, their finances, what they have in the physical. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. With the sun being there, it could be somebody who's being supportive to you. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling here of, and this may be the energy that's surrounding you because of another person, right? And you could be talking about somebody you're working with too, with the King of Pentacles. But I don't know. The feeling I'm getting off of him is there are other things other than, all the things that you have, right? Like I'm right here. Wow. In the present, justice. Damn. Now, this may have been how this person has acted, because I do feel like this is an outside influence here. But with justice in the present, and I'm always waiting to see what's happening here. But this could be this person coming through and trying to correct some wrongs, wanting to, make things right here, accountability. But then it's also really about you weighing out the options here before you make a final choice, right? Fairness and balance. But it's interesting to me because I feel like your eyes are open now when it comes to dealing with a person. Oh, wow. So, future conditions. I haven't gotten to see the wheel too often this week. I don't think I've seen it at all in the last couple of weeks. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, this could definitely be something coming back around, right? I see repeating cycles with this more so than anything because we're only at a 10, right? It is definitely the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. But, for a lot of people, this is something coming right back around. But already having been 1 through 9, this is the opportunity for something better to happen, right? Fate and destiny, good fortune, good luck. And with the sun being there, it looks good. And it may be another go around here if somebody is looking to make amends with you. Oh, Aquarius. Your best path to follow, the Ace of Cups. Now, Yeah, you know, I feel good about it. But looking at it as your advice with the Ace of Cups, you're being asked to make the most of this here. New beginning, new emotional. It's good. Like, I love the Ace of Cups. I think of being happy, being in a good emotional spot, but then also a new connection, a better connection to spirit comes up with this. But this may be what is coming through here, possibly from somebody who is trying to fix something with you. And it doesn't have to be romantic, this could be family, friends, whatever. But you are being asked to take a look at this. In your environment, the Nine of Wands. And that's why being a little bit defensive here, maybe not wanting to let this person come back through because your eyes are open when it comes to dealing with them. You're blocking it, right? I mean, it doesn't look bad. I just think that there's a reason why. I always feel more defensive with this one than I do the Seven of Wands. But it's only because you've been already put through the battle. And it looks like this person is needing to correct things in a really major way here with justice being there. But you may be a little bit like, I don't know. And that may be why you're not really seeing this, but this is a real possibility here for some of you. Your hopes and your fears, strength. Now, is it that you're hoping to have the strength to say no? Or, having the strength and the courage to, let this in? And possibly have another go around with someone. I don't know. I am on the fence with this. But definitely, no matter what you decide to do here, it's about, courage, right? Having the strength to do this. No matter which way you go. If you block it out and you ignore it, are you going to be okay with that? Are you going to be able to pull on your strength to do this? Or, are you needing to have the strength to accept somebody that may be coming through to fix things and wanting a new start? Because again, you're being asked to look at this. Oh, and then coming out, the Nine of Swords. Why? And like I said, I go back to this whole feeling of your eyes are open now when it comes to this. Now, if you do block them out, it may be that, it's not the right time with the Wheel of Fortune being connected to that. But we're looking at, anxiety and fear. This to me is fear-based more so than the Eight of Swords. But, it may be one of those things where you have security and stability right where you're at. Because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at you being good on your own right now. And then, having everything that you need almost. It's like, do you actually need this? But there's still a lot of really difficult thoughts around this. And that may be what is stopping you from letting it in. It's like kind of going back and looking at how they used to be and thinking, is this going to happen over and over again, Now with the Queen of Wands, right, confidence seems to be a big, huge thing this week. She, to me, I feel like for you guys, you have become, independent, more independent from this. It's not something that you need. It's not something that you need to deal with. It's not anything that you need to accept. But I do think that you do have somebody coming through that is trying to make amends with you in a really big way. But I think some of you may be blocking it out because of all of the thoughts surrounding this. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles connected to this, I feel like for some of you, you're good where you're at. You are seeking perfection within yourself and not wanting to disrupt the stability that you have. But what I question is, are you finding stability with, the thoughts running away from you? Now, it could be that the idea of doing this is like a nightmare to you, and no, like no. You know, you've worked hard to gain your independence here and your stability and security. Why should I let this come back through? You know, which is what I kind of feel like just because of the Nine of Wands being here. But like I said, for some of you, it's like you're being asked to look at this though. And regardless with the sun being there, you know, it could be that it's highlighting all of the difficult things that you're thinking about and like overthinking when it comes to this. But like I said, you, no matter what though, look good where you're at. You know, and really it's about stability, long-term security and stability, and not disrupting, you know, what you have worked so hard for is what I feel like more than anything. You know, and it just may not be the right time for you right now. There may be other things that are on your mind that you have to deal with. And then the Knight of Cups, I've been seeing this one a lot too. Okay, now with forgiving and learning and needing to heal the past, well, you know, you can't just come in here and think that, you know, you're going to stir up a bunch of passion here if, you know, there are things that need to be fixed. That's what I feel like you're saying to someone. Like, all right, that's great and all, you're hot, and yeah, there's a lot of passion here, but there are some things that need to be fixed first. And that's basically what it comes down to, besides some of you dealing with Aries or possibly an Earth sign here. But the Emperor, right, this is somebody who is absolutely full of passion. Now, this could be you, but, you know, there is something that needs to be released before, you know, we can give into this type of energy, you know. But wow, yeah. You know, with the Empress in this deck, she is looked at as like the temptress. This is looked at as like the passionate male that's like wanting to, you know, experience the physical passion, right? But like I said, something has to be fixed. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, separation. You may have to go through a separation, but the Knight of Cups may not actually be a bad thing. This is about, you know, encounters, right? And this may be, you know, your partner wanting to have an emotional connection with you before you separate, or they may be coming back through after a period of separation and trying to offer something back to you. You know, again, right? Which is possible. But what I will say though, coming out on this, I do think that your eyes are like wide open. Like wide open. That's what I'm hearing more than anything on this. You know, you're not dealing with illusion and deceit. And that makes me think that the thoughts that you're dealing with are bringing you back to how a person may have acted in the past. You know, regardless, Aquarius, for those of you who are dealing with this, you look good. You look stable. You look fine. But is this something that you want to let back through? Maybe the time isn't right for you right now. But yet, you're still being asked to look at this Ace of Cups. All right, Aquarius. So I do think that this is a situation here where it's like you're no longer being deceived. You know, you are definitely seeing everything for what it is. But I think that with perfection, it's because of, you know, you seeing a person possibly for who they really are, that you're seeking your own personal perfection right now. But, you know, the warning there is not to be too hard on yourself. But I'm looking at a situation here where there is new energy being breathed into a situation, possibly with a person wanting to correct things. They may have done some wrongs here and wanting to come through and fix it with you, which is possible. But I feel like you're being a little bit on the defense here. But it's only because, like I said, you see. And I think that, you know, with the Nine of Swords, to me it looks like you're going right back to looking at the thoughts that you've had surrounding this situation with this person in the past. And it's like bringing up the way that they used to be, because I still see somebody doing something wrong and needing to fix it with you. Now, I don't think that the time is right. And I think that you are looking to pull on your inner strength here to not let this through. You know, and I say that because of the Nine of Wands being in your environment. But yet you, though, are being asked to look at the Ace of Cups. You know, that potential is there. Now, for some of you, you're fine on your own right now. You're able to handle whatever is going on, no matter who you're dealing with. I feel like confidence seems to be the big thing this week. Needing to, you know, be stable where you're at, you know. But my problem with the Ten of Pentacles right now, for some of you, it could be family situations. But then I look at this and I think that there's stability found with, you know, the thoughts, the negative thoughts, you know, those thoughts that are like running away with you right now, you know. But the thing is they wouldn't be there had somebody not done you wrong in the first place. So, you know, coming out, I think that you're fine where you're at. I think that you're okay. I think that right now you're focused on your own security and stability, which is great. But this is still here. It just may not be the right time, and it may be something coming back around. But, you know, it may be something that you want to take a look at. But I don't want to tell you that you need to take it and run with it, especially if you're looking at really difficult thoughts surrounding a person who's done you wrong. You know, maybe your best path right now is to seek, you know, a better connection for you, you know.